Hey guys, Rhonda Draculis here, and I'm going to do a quick little fun project that was inspired to me by Marcy with Mixed Media Girl, and I just thought it would be a really fun kind of tutorial to share with you guys since it's fixing to be pumpkin season. Actually, it is pumpkin season. So, what I'm going to do, I've got a paper mache pumpkin that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to paint a base color of black. I'm going to use my Dixie Belle. It's in Caviar. I really like this paint. I use it a lot. And then I'm going to come over, and if anyone knows me, if y'all been watching my videos, you know I am in love with the leopard foil. So I'm going to do some fun things with this pumpkin with leopard foil, also with resin. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and paint it. And I'm not really worried about 100% coverage, meaning I really don't care a lot about what this looks like. And the reason I say that is because this is like a very, very bottom layer. I'm going to have several layers over the top of this. So having 100% coverage is not really a goal of mine. So I'm just gonna slap it on there. And because it's a paper mache and because it's Dixie Belle paint, my dry time's gonna be fairly quick. I have a cool little water bottle here. Kind of helps mist it. Makes my paint spread just a little easier. Anytime you use these chalk type paints, they're usually pretty thick. Okay, so I painted it black. I'm gonna find a color for the stem, and then I'll be back and we'll go to the next step, which is applying our foil to this. Okay, so I'm still playing with pumpkins. I've got 2 more pumpkins. These aren't paper mache. These are kind of a plasticky stuff. I also got these at home at Hobby Lobby. So I kind of want to keep a theme of gold and black. So I'm going to kind of come in here and do a little bit of pre-epoxy decorations on here. And I'm just going to spray it with black. But I'm only going to spray it randomly. You can see I sprayed a little gold and silver on that side. I was playing with it to see if I liked it. So I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a, I guess a pre-epoxy finish. Now I'm coming in with bright gold. And this is metallic bright gold. And I'm not going to go directly over the black. I'm just going to try to hit in between the lines, which I kind of tried to make it the high points of the pumpkin. So that black is basically just kind of a background highlight. Just kind of gives that pumpkin a little bit of a 3D effect. Okay, again, I'm not going for 100% coverage because I still want a little bit of the orange kind of peeking through there. So now on this one, I'm going to kind of stay away from the gold a whole lot since I'm already going to have 2 pumpkins with gold in it. And I'm going to hit this one with a little bit more orange. But again, I'm going to come in here with the black, trying to just kind of hit the lines a little bit. Because this is a little bit of a foam, I have a little bit of reaction with the spray paint. It's not too bad. Giving me a few little bubbles, but that's okay because like I said, this is just the kind of the beginning. Now I want the inside of this to be a little darker so it looks like it's rounded, almost like shadowing a drawing. So I'm going to come in here and kind of give that little sunk in part a little bit of depth. Now I'm going to come in, this is called Rustic Orange. And here I'm coming in kind of on my highs. Okay, so I'll let this dry, and then I'll think up something else to do with it while we're in the break and this is drying, because I really have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm back. The pumpkin has dried with the black Dixie Belle paint on it. I found some brown, painted my little stem. Okay, so our next step is to apply the adhesive foil. And the foil and the adhesive that I use is from Artistic Painting Studios, Jennifer Ferguson. She's a mentor of mine. I just love her to death. And what I want to do with this, I don't want 100% coverage of foil on the pumpkin, so I'm not going to put my adhesive really thick. I'm just going to really put it on the hives. So we'll see how that goes. I love this adhesive foil because what it'll do is it'll dry to a certain point, and then it'll never dry beyond that point. So if you're in a hurry and you maybe put your foil on there and then you have something to do and you can't get back to it right away, it's never going to get too dry to come back and work with it later on. And like I said, I'm not doing 100% coverage. My foil is only going to stick to where there's adhesive. So any spots that I miss, I'm not going to have a pattern there, which is kind of what I'm going for, because I'm still going to put epoxy over this. So we're still working on the background of the finish. Okay, so I'm going to let this tacked up, and I will be back. Okay, so I'm back, and as you can see, I went a little step farther than what I said I was going to do, which is pretty characteristic of me. I never know when to stop. So, those of you that know me know I love leopard, and they know I love turquoise. So, lagoon, actually, to be more specific. This is actually lagoon and seaside over the top of black and a tiny bit of the rustic orange spray paint. So, and then I colored my stem a little brown. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back with some epoxy, and this is Stone Coat Countertop, and I'm using their craft coat because this is a craft. So I'm also, Stone Coat sent me a care package of some new colors that they're gonna be carrying. So a new color is a vivid orange. Not really sure exactly what the name of it is. I'm not sure if they have it on the website right now. I think they're in the process of putting on that, but they sent me a care package and wanted me to test out these colors. But look at that. Woo! That is a vivid orange. And then I have an orange I would probably call a little more traditional to maybe Halloween, maybe to fall, a little more subdued. And then I have a beautiful gold, yellow gold. And I added just a tiny bit of the gold dust. That's Stone Coat's gold dust. So these are the colors. We're gonna play a little bit. We're just gonna kind of pour because of the nature of epoxy. We know that the epoxy is going to run down. But we're just gonna play with it a little bit. Also, because we kind of know that epoxy has a tendency to have surface tension, and epoxy likes to kind of run where there already is epoxy. So I'm gonna just kind of take this with my hand, kind of help it a little bit. I'm thinking that the epoxy will probably run and be thin enough that you'll be able to see my colors kind of pop through. My colors being what I sprayed it with the spray paint. Okay. So we got that. Now we're going to come back with, I'm going to go for this really vivid orange here. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. I think I'm going to go with the gold. I'm going to save that lighter orange for the very last. Since it's so much lighter, I don't want it to get swallowed up. So here we go with the gold. Now we're going to go for the lighter orange. Now this I'm going to kind of put on the high part. I think I'm going to come back with a little bit of black. Actually, I'm going to, here's some of that black that's repooled kind of up in that little crevice. I'm going to pull it out, have it go down the low areas. Now, of course, this is going to look completely different tomorrow because all of the epoxy will have run down, and hopefully we'll kind of let those colors underneath kind of show through just a hair. I'm going to heat it up just a little bit, see if I can help that run. Just a little bit. Now, I have some really cool drips. And I'm going to take those drips and I'm going to bring them back up here. All right. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit. Not much more I could do to it. And let it harden. And I will let y'all know what it looks like tomorrow. Okay, so we're back, and I have a surprise. My bestie from the Westie, California, Jennifer Ferguson with Artistic Painting Studio, flew in yesterday. We're teaching a class together this week, and since these are her foils and her adhesive, I'm going to actually step to the side and let the master show you how to finish the how to do the foils on the pumpkin. And then we'll finish up with a little bit of epoxy. So here she is, Jennifer Ferguson.
Thank you. No pressure at all. Okay, let's make sure I don't mess this up.
That's right.
So I know that Rhonda's already talked about the foil adhesive and the foils, and we're going to be using leopard bronze on this. So if you need more detailed information on foil application, hit up either one of our YouTube channels. You're going to find tons of information and videos, okay? So all I'm going to do is transfer this over the foil adhesive that's already dried to a firm tack. Make sure you're always looking at the pretty side up, okay? I'm using a little scrub brush. Yeah, we're just going to stick here, okay? Using the scrub brush and just rub it onto the surface. And you don't have to have full coverage wherever you want. She didn't even do 100% coverage with the foil adhesive, so we're only going to get partial coverage here.
Yeah, I did not want 100% coverage. I wanted just a little bit of the leopard foil on the pumpkin.
And another thing too, so even if you did put 100% coverage of foil adhesive down first, and then you decided you really didn't want that much foil, you don't have to do a full transfer. You can transfer just randomly to begin with. So I'm trying to just use up what's here. She thought I was fast at this, okay? Let's get another piece going here so we can get faster. But this really is easy. You can't mess it up. I think we're good to go.
Yeah, let's do a little bit right here.
Oh, okay. She's critiquing my work, okay? That happens when you got everything face the camera. You can't see what you've done.
Okay, so now, isn't that cool? I love this. All right, so now we're going to come with a little bit of epoxy. I've mixed up Stone Coat countertop epoxy, and I've added a bright orange.
Very bright.
Very bright orange.
This is like fluorescent.
And I am going to use these on, I like these. I don't want my pumpkin sitting in the epoxy. So I'm just going to take this, and I know I have a little, almost like a little ditch here. So I'm going to try to kind of scoot over a little bit because I don't want all my epoxy to run down into the void there.
Oh, you guys, this is going to be so cool.
Is that not neat? I know I'm wanting it on purpose to run down the middle, but because epoxy likes to have surface tension, I am going to take my hand just a little bit and rub it so that it does flow over a little bit on the other areas. Now, I know that most of this is going to flow down off of the pumpkin, which is okay. You're going to have very little towards the bottom, and it's going to be more concentrated up towards the top. I know that going into it, I expect it, and that's part of the design that I'm doing. All right, so I have it mostly where I want it. And because I am who I am, and I'm gonna add turquoise. Okay guys, don't judge me. You know I always add turquoise, but I'm gonna add it mostly on the highs instead of my lows. And I mean, and when I say highs and lows, the little crevices on the pumpkin are what I'm calling my highs and my lows.
That is a gorgeous color, you guys.
Yeah, guys, this color is amazing. I got it from Artist Till Death, and I'll have to put the exact name of it in the comments. It's gorgeous. Yeah,
and it looks so beautiful with the leopard.
The leopard, yeah. Just a tinge of black, not a lot. I don't want that black to overpower, so I'm just going to kind of come in really quick like and add some black. And then that is going to start running, and it is going to look amazing.
That is
by tomorrow.
So cool.
Yeah, so you can take your heat gun if you want to help it just a hair, just to kind of get it started to flow. You don't want to do it too much though, because it's going to heat up your epoxy so much that it's going to be super fluid, and it's really going to run, and I don't want that. So like I said, I knew the epoxy was going to flow backwards into my little void, but that's okay because that little bit of amount of it is what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm going to let that, look at that. Is that not just, it's going to be so cool, and it's going to look so different tomorrow. So this is a pumpkin that I did the other day. It's going to be in the first part of the video that we saw. And I love how it turned out, but it's a little dark for me. So I want to add some more orange to it and a little more turquoise.
Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more.
So I'm going to start off with my orange.
So you know there is a philosophy that if it just doesn't look right, add a little teal.
That's right. That's right. That's absolutely right. That teal makes everything better.
Everything.
Yes. Doesn't that look so much fun?
Yes. Woohoo! That's gorgeous.
I know. That's going to be so
Okay,
neat.
even though that started off so fluorescent, over that dark color underneath is deepening it and making it a rich, deep
Yeah, it's
orange.
not in your face neon
No,
sign.
it sure looked like it though.
I know at first.
Like, what the hell are you doing, girl? No, I'm
I
kidding.
know. Now this, I'm kind of drizzling it out a little bit because I want it to flow a little differently.
So it's like frosting a cake.
I don't cook, so that
She has no
reference,
idea.
that reference means nothing to me because I do not cook. I hate to cook. No. My husband's a fantastic cook. Me, not so much.
Oh, the layering is going to be so cool.
So I'm just going back with my leftover. And guys, you can't overthink this. You got to just do it. Just do it. All right. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be just crazy.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so tomorrow, if you have a lot of dripping on the bottom, you can come back, get that, and play with it.
Can't go wrong.
No. Yay!
That
Okay.
is beautiful.
So tomorrow, after it's dried, we'll come back. We'll show you the finished product. We're gonna add a few leaves and a few little fun things to it and embellish it. And then boom, we're done. The last thing that you saw us do is Jennifer put the leopard foil. We're tired. The leopard foil on here. And then I poured some epoxy. I used the teal and black, a little bit of orange. And you can see that it really just went down and just caused a really cool effect over that. So it just,
beautiful.
The leopard is just a background. So it's really pretty. Now you can also see, because I forgot to put these up on those little cones or something, that it sat in the epoxy as it ran off, and now it's stuck. But that doesn't matter because I've got a plan for that. So we're gonna do now. We made some bows. Don't judge us.
Yeah. Do not judge us on our bow making. Okay.
We're not bow makers.
But you know, they're not bad for amateurs.
Yeah. So we made bows. You can YouTube anything. Let me tell you. So what I'm gonna do is, and then I also bought these little leaves at Hobby Lobby. So what we're gonna do is take and just hot glue,
with hopefully not burning ourselves too much. Okay.
Yeah. Hot glue some little leaves, just kind of random, layering them a little bit. All right, so I'm just kind of building a base of little leaves because I know I'm going to come in here with this magnificent bow that Jennifer made.
No judging.
A Jennifer original bow. And I'm going to stick this right here. Can y'all see that? Just going to kind of give it a little bit of flair. I'm going to hot glue that, and then I can come in around the back side and put a few more little leaves. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to the base. Okay, so we made these bows with this little green wire. And I think because this bow is so big, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire it to the stem of this pumpkin.
With some glue still.
Yeah. We have some die-hard craft people out there that are cringing right now.
I know they are.
They're like,
they're laughing at us, going, you girls stick to painting.
That's right.
Epoxy.
Okay. Hey, that looks pretty good.
There we go. That's not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of...
Hey, that's kind of... Oh, I like yours better.
That's kind of
okay,
cute.
well, I'm going to steal that idea.
Okay.
I'm going to put me some... Isn't that the best form of flattery when you steal
when you
an
like
idea?
Somebody, it's just an idea. It's just, there you go. It's making the bow look better.
Yeah. I'm hiding that bow. I think I'm overthinking this.
Oh, I think we are too, but let's just have fun. Okay.
Okay. All right.
You had a big bow.
I had a big bow, and I'm trying to hide all this stuff.
That looks pretty.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to do the base. It's all about the base. All right. So I'm going to put a few little leaves here, and then we're going to go outside, and I'm going to see if my thought process is going to work. I'm not sure about it, but we'll see.
I got leaf feet. Leaf feet.
my little pumpkin has feet. So we have horses, so therefore we have a bunch of hay, and I wanted something that these pumpkins could sit in to make it look really cute, but I want the hay to stay there. So I'm going to get this tacky spray, Aleene's tacky spray, and this is the permanent, not the repositionable. And I'm going to spray all on the bottom. and stick it on there. Hurry up, stick that thing on there. I'm freezing.
Okay.
There we go.